Hey, what is up everyone? Man, I am so happy to see your face again. I saw you in my last other video and like you were really digging it and like I thought we had something going on, but now you're back. Dude, literally, let's just keep this ball rolling. Just keep watching my videos, alright? Because I just want to keep seeing your face. Now, before I even get into the video, I have a couple of announcements. The first one is that I am dropping the beat mixtape thing that I'm doing. It's like a bunch of instrumentals that I'm producing. I talked a little bit about it in my previous video, and I did actually release a little bit of a sample of one of my tracks. So if you want to listen to it, go back to that. I'll leave a link to the description of the video that I made, but it's coming along pretty well. I haven't had a name of it yet, but I envisioned the album cover that I'm going to make, and before I release the actual like instrumentals, I will put like the album cover on my Twitter so you guys can see and like critique it if you wanted to. So make sure you follow me on Twitter. That stuff's on the screen. And another thing, I'm actually going on Instagram Live like all the time. I've been probably going on it like every day almost. I basically showcase me like producing the beats and stuff, and I use Logic Pro. So you guys should definitely follow me on Instagram if you want to see that. I read all your comments. I like comment back to all your comments. I like talk to you guys and stuff. It's actually a lot of fun, so you don't want to miss that. And the third thing is that I'm trying to upload like every day. It's kind of a little bit tedious, and a lot of you guys are saying you like it. Some of you guys are saying you don't like it too, but let me know in the comment section. It doesn't really like degrade the quality at all, I would say, but if you guys would prefer like like every daily like uploads, then I could definitely spread them out. It's all up to you guys, dude. I do this thing for you, man. You guys are the only thing I care about right now, so just let me know in the comment section. We'll figure it out. Now let's talk about the iPhone 6s Plus. The first things first though, the body of it is still smooth. It literally reminds me of Marilyn Monroe. It's like solid. It's really cute. It's held up very well. Even though it looks just like the 6s Plus, it doesn't look bad at all. The buttons are still like super clicky and super tactile. Now obviously it's not as like good looking as the iPhone 7 Plus, but it's still a very good looking device to look at. Now looking at the front specifically, the screen is 1080p and it has the same PPI as all the other Plus phones, the 7 Plus and the 6 Plus, but the 6 Plus and the 6s Plus actually have the same exact screen. So the resolution, PPI, all that stuff is exactly the same. Now it's not necessarily a bad thing because the 6 Plus had a really good screen too. Now this iPhone was actually the first one to have 3D touch, and a lot of people said it was a gimmick and a lot of people still say it, but I think it's kind of a cool feature to have. Like if you like depress or force touch on the Notes app, you can get into more details. Even though you can get the same amount of details opening the app, it's still kind of convenient just to have it right in the home screen. The same thing with the camera and the reminders and all those things. On my 6 Plus, I don't have it. I don't have 3D touch, so I would not say it's necessary by any means, but it's definitely a cool feature to have. Now performance is actually very good. It's much better than the 6 Plus that I have and I use daily. It obviously is clocked to higher speeds and it has twice the amount of RAM. So playing games, multitasking, multitasking, quadruple tasking is basically what this phone is made for. So if you're kind of a heavy user, I would prefer this phone over the 6 Plus. I know this isn't a versus, but I would still say the 6s Plus is still a strong contender when it comes to performance. And now switching to the back and the front at the same time, the camera on the back is 12 megapixels. It's capable of shooting 4K video, which is amazing, 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is huge. But if you want to do slow motion videos, let's say you like drop something, let's say you drop your phone and you want to catch that in slow motion, you can turn on that 60 frames per second and you can catch that in slow motion at 1080p. So having 1080p at 60 frames per second is super cool. The front camera is 5 megapixels, and not to compare to the 6 Plus too much, but it was a huge step up from the 1.2 megapixels on the 6 Plus. So selfies and all those things look super good even though it's not even that high of resolution. So the front and back are still great cameras, but I like to put it this way, I think it's all about the photographer and not so much as the camera, because if you're not a good photographer, then obviously you could have the best camera in the world and your photos are still only going to get like 20 likes. Now switching to the inside, the battery is 2750 milliamps. Now it's the smallest out of all of the Plus model phones, but it's not really that bad of a battery life. You could still easily get a day, you know, with moderately heavy use, you know, by the end of it, as long as you kind of are a little bit more conservative. But surprisingly, some people had problems with their batteries. Now they said something like if the battery was made from Samsung then it's good or something. I don't even remember, which is kind of ironic since now that I think about it. But for me, I had no battery problems that much. I mean, I was expecting like a little bit less battery life than when I got 6 Plus, but it was like kind of average. It was about the same. So the battery life doesn't suck, but it definitely could be better. So to sum up the whole package, pretty much, I would say it is worth it. You know, it's still a great phone, like a very good phone. It has great performance. It's like a jack of all trades in a good way. But the only problem is that they're still kind of expensive. I got this one specifically for $500. It is the 128 gigabyte version. But if you can wait off like a couple months, the next iPhone, which I think is the iPhone 8, is going to be released in like September or October or something. And used iPhones are going to go down in price. So if you want to save maybe like $100 or $200, then wait a couple months for the iPhone 8 to be released, and you can cop one of these for a fairly low price. And guys, that's pretty much it. If you're not rocking with me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, feel free to follow me. It's completely free, and I always like post stuff. Literally, if you're a fan of my videos, then I'm a fan of you. So don't be afraid to hit me up on like Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat, whatever. If you guys want to talk or something, I try my best to respond back. I get tons of messages, so it's kind of hard to comment back and, you know, talk to you guys, but I try my best, so at least the man up there knows I'm doing that. Again, if you love music, feel free to stay tuned to when I drop my mixtape thing. That's going to be off the charts. That's going to become platinum and all that stuff. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. I love all of you guys, and hopefully I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.